Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cool Frivolity Bracelet, and this was designed by PDXRSWFRA on Instagram. I will bring up her profile on Instagram in just a second, and I will have her name in the description box below. But first I wanted to just kind of give you a look at this bracelet. It's a super nice design, and she asked me to do a tutorial for it, so I said that I would. So anyway, here is her profile. Whoops. It's PDX_RSW_FRA, and like I said before, I'll have her name in the description box below in case you didn't catch it. But this is just a quick overview of her account. She has done some other designs which I've done tutorials for, and she has lots and lots of great photos, so you can scroll through them and check them all out. And I definitely would recommend her account, so make sure to check her out on Instagram and give her a follow for me. And I'm going to show you how to make this today. You're going to need a hook. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm using a double-ended crochet hook. And you will also need some bands. Today I'm using 2 colors, but you can use as many as you want. Like in this bracelet here, I used 3 different colors, just kind of did a pattern. And you're also going to need AC clips. So let's go ahead and get started. And move that out of the way here. And first band that we're going to take is going to be the cap band, which in this bracelet is navy blue jelly. It's also all these frilly pieces here, and I'm going to use ocean blue jelly for this. So start by capping your ocean blue jelly band on, then take your inner color, which in here I used neon green for. I'm using white today. You're going to take 2 bands and just simply pull that cap band over. Whoops, it slipped out of my hands. Pull the cap band over, and then reattach both of those bands. Make sure that the 2 bands in the center, or the 2 loops in the center, are the same band, sorry. And then what you're going to do is take 2 ocean blue and 1 white. You're going to take your first ocean blue band, and this is just for the start. You're going to pull through both bands on this one side. You're going to lift the one closest to your hook. Then you're going to take this ocean blue band and flip it over the end of the hook. And then you're going to, before you close, pick up this other white and then close the blue on the outside. And what we're actually going to do is take this center white and we're just going to rearrange it so that it is outside. You're going to pull it up and over and make sure that this blue is in the center here. You may need to hold it, and if you do, that's okay. You're going to take your other blue band and pull on just that first white loop. Now pull that white loop back up and grab the other end and pull it over the end of the hook and reattach. So now you should have 4 white loops on your hook. These 2 go to the other side, and then you should have 2 blue. You're now going to take your white band and you're going to pull it through the first 3 loops, so 2 blue and 1 white, or blue, white, blue. And then you're going to just simply lift the first blue closest to your hook, grab the white, pull it over the end, and reattach. You don't need to pick up any bands for this step. So now it's going to look something like this, and it might look a little bit weird, but once you finish the first section it will be alright. So go ahead and slide this to the other end or transfer it around, and we're going to do the same thing to this side. So again, taking 2 blue and 1 white. Going to take your first blue, pull it through the first 2 loops here, and then you're going to lift the one closest to your hook, and then you're going to grab this blue, pull it over the end of the hook, and then before you reattach, pick up that white, and then reattach your blue. Now rearrange the white so that it is on the outside, pull it over the blue, grab your second blue, pull just that first white band on, and then pull it back up so you can grab this band, pull over the end of the hook, and reattach. Now taking your white band, what you're going to do is pull through the first 3 loops here, and you're going to lift the blue one closest to your hook, and unloop that white band, and reattach. So now you should have something like this. There's the cap band, you can pull on it a little bit. And what we're going to do is grab 1 white band, and you're going to pull through the first 5 loops, or all of them except the last white. So make sure that you leave this white on the hook. And then before we close, we're going to pick up the farthest white and put that back on our hook, and then make sure that you just rearrange that so that the band you just pulled through is in the center. So now it should look something like this. You can pull on the bands and adjust them however you like. And I'm going to just do that after the tutorial. And we're going to start our sequence. So again, taking 2 blues and a white. Take your first blue, you're going to pull it through these first 2 loops here. Then pull this white back on. Take this blue, pull it over the end of the hook, pick up that white, and reattach. And then make sure to rearrange that white so that it is on the outside. Take a blue, pull it through the first white, pull that white back on, and then take this blue here, lift it over the end of the hook, and then reattach. Now take your white, pull through the first three loops, lift the blue, and then you're going to take that white, pull it over the end of the hook, and reattach. So now it should look like this. You're going to slide to the other end of your hook, again taking 2 blue and a white. Take your first blue, pull through the first 2 bands, lift the first one, or the closest to your hook, one closest to your hook, and lift that, or loop that blue over, and then pick up the white, rearrange the white so it's on the outside. So you can grab your second blue, pull it through the white, pull it back on, and loop it over and reattach. Now take your white, pull through the first 3, lift that blue closest to your hook, then pull that white over the end and reattach. So now you have this, and before we can start our next section, we will need to take one last white band, pull it through the first 5 loops, or you can just think of it as leaving this last white loop here on the hook. And then you're going to lift the one farthest from your hook, which is a white band, and rearrange it so that this band in the center is the band that you just pulled through everything. So now it should look like this, and it should be pretty much looking the same as you go up your bracelet. I'll show you one more time. Taking 2 blues and a white, and this is your sequence all the way to the end, and I'll show you how to finish it off as well. So pull your first blue through the first 2 white bands, pull the closest one back on, lift the blue over the end of the hook, and pick up both bands, the one white and then the blue that you were holding. And rearrange that white so it's on the outside. Take a blue, pull it through just that first white loop, and then put it back on your hook. Unloop the blue, and reattach. Now it should look like this. Going to take your white, pull through the first 3, lift the blue, and then pull this white over the end of the hook, and reattach. I think it's easiest to do this in just 2 colors your first time so you don't get confused which bands are which, but it is totally up to you. So switching this to the other side, taking your blue and white bands, pull the blue through the first 2, lift the first white, unloop it, and then pick up the white and rearrange. You're going to grab your other blue, pull just the blue, or just the white on there, sorry, and then pull the blue over the end of the hook and reattach. And then take your white, pull through the first 3, lift that closest one, unloop the white and reattach. And then lastly, grabbing one white band, pulling through all but one band here, and then you're going to lift that farthest one, reattach, and then rearrange so that that white is on the outside. And you're going to do this all the way up until it is long enough for your wrist. Up here, you can pull it through 6 loops, or you can just pull it through the last 4. I will show you what point you're at when you pull these 6, so I'm just going to quickly do this again. Pull these 2 through, pull one back, lift it over, lift it up, rearrange. It's almost at the last step, pretty much. And I'm just, I'm not exactly saying the instructions, but I am just quickly trying to get this to the point where I can finish it off. and then obviously you can rewind to replay the steps if you do need those. But if you're at the point where you want to tie this off, and you want to tie it off pretty tightly, like I did in this bracelet, you're going to get to this point right before you pull your last white through these first 5 and then lift this one. All you will have to do is just pull the white through everything and reattach so that you can attach your C-clip here. That's what I did here. But you can also just pull it through the last 4 purple bands like I did here. These are purple in this bracelet, so it's up to you how you want to finish it off. I prefer a tighter close up at the top, but it's, again, up to you. So that is all I'm going to have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have PDXRSWFRA's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram and give her a follow for me. And that's all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you next time.